Most men misunderstand attraction, not because they're not paying attention, but because they're focusing on the wrong thing. They listen to words when they should be observing actions. They analyze conversations, look for hidden meanings in texts, and try to interpret what a woman says when, in reality, attraction isn't spoken, it's revealed through behavior. Women communicate interest in ways that are subtle and often unspoken. If you don't know what to look for, you might misinterpret politeness for attraction or overlook genuine interest altogether. Attraction isn't about guessing, hoping, or overanalyzing words. It's about reading reality as it is. This is where most men struggle. But once you shift your focus from what she says to what she does, you'll gain clarity that most men never reach. This video is about learning to decode female attraction through nonverbal cues, the signals she gives away without realizing it. These moments reveal her true feelings, whether she intends them to or not, and at the core of this approach is a powerful Stoic principle. Real men don't guess, they see. Because attraction isn't about wishful thinking, it's about paying attention to reality, free from illusion. By the end of this video, you'll have a new way of understanding attraction, one based on observation, not interpretation. First, we will focus on one of the most straightforward yet overlooked indicators of interest: prolonged eye contact. Let's dive in. Sign 1. Prolonged eye contact and its deep psychological meaning. A woman's gaze can speak louder than words. When her eyes linger on you for longer than a casual glance, something more profound is happening beneath the surface. This is not just a fleeting moment of eye contact. It carries an emotional intensity that sets it apart from how she looks at others. It's as if in that moment, the world around you fades, leaving only the silent exchange between your eyes. Prolonged eye contact is one of the most primal and subconscious attraction signals. It's rooted in psychology and human evolution. When a woman holds your gaze, she instinctively opens a door, inviting you into a moment of unspoken connection. This isn't just about physical attraction. It's an energetic pull, a subtle test of confidence, and a way of assessing your presence. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude quiet strength, and the ability to hold eye contact without hesitation signals self-assurance and emotional stability. The power of eye contact lies in the ability to remain present without the need for words. Many men make the mistake of looking away too quickly, breaking the connection before it fully forms. Others react with arrogance, trying to turn the moment into a display of dominance. But the most robust approach is one of composed confidence, meeting her gaze without wavering, without seeking validation, simply being there. This silent exchange can be more electrifying than any spoken conversation, creating a tension that lingers even after the moment has passed. Recognizing the difference between genuine prolonged eye contact and a fleeting glance is essential. If her gaze keeps returning to you, if she holds it just a second longer than expected, if there isn't an undeniable energy in how she looks at you, these are all signs that she is drawn to your presence. This is when you let your stoic nature take over. You don't need to rush into action. You don't need to speak first. Confidence is found in the ability to remain in the moment, allowing the natural rhythm of attraction to unfold. Attraction often begins in silence. In a world filled with noise and distractions, true confidence is found in holding stillness and letting the tension build without prematurely breaking it. A man who understands this doesn't need to chase or overcompensate. He simply allows the energy between him and a woman to develop naturally. When she feels this quiet strength and senses that you are unshaken, The connection deepens in ways that words alone cannot achieve. Sign 2. Open body language. The silent signal of comfort and trust. In the intricate human attraction and connection world, words often take a backseat to body language. Women mainly communicate volumes through subtle physical cues, sometimes without even realizing it. Her open body language is one of the most revealing signs of a woman's interest and comfort in your presence. This unspoken communication offers profound insight into her emotions, signaling whether she feels safe, engaged, and genuinely connected to you. When speaking to you, a woman who leans in demonstrates an unconscious willingness to be closer. This subtle action is not just about proximity, it indicates trust and emotional engagement. When someone feels at ease, they instinctively reduce physical distance, showing they are comfortable in your space. If she maintains eye contact, listens attentively, and tilts her head slightly while you speak, these are all strong indicators that she values a conversation and enjoys your presence. The position of her arms and shoulders also conveys significant meaning. Uncrossed arms, hands that remain visible, and shoulders that appear relaxed rather than tense, suggest that she is at ease. Crossed arms, on the other hand, may indicate discomfort, emotional distance, or even hesitation. While context matters, she could simply be cold or tired. These cues provide an initial gauge of her openness to the interaction. Another telling sign is the way her body angles toward you. When a woman is interested and engaged, she will naturally position herself to face you more directly, subconsciously removing physical barriers between you both. If her feet and torso are turned toward you, she is fully present in the moment, prioritizing your interaction over external distractions. Conversely, if she angles her body away or frequently shifts her gaze elsewhere, it may indicate emotional or psychological detachment. Psychologically, these behaviors stem from a deep-rooted human instinct, our subconscious desire for safety and connection. Open body language signals comfort, trust, and a willingness to be vulnerable. It reveals that she perceives you as someone she can relax around rather than someone she needs to remain guarded against. The more open and natural her movements, the more likely she feels at ease in your presence. However, adopting a Stoic perspective toward these signals is crucial. While open body language is a strong indicator of comfort and potential attraction, it should be observed with clarity rather than idealization. The mistake many men make is misinterpreting these cues as definitive proof of romantic interest, rather than simply signs of ease and friendliness. Not every instance of positive body language implies attraction, but it does indicate that a woman feels safe and receptive in your company. Instead of becoming overly attached to these signals, acknowledge them for what they are: genuine expressions of comfort. Let her behavior guide your understanding of the moment, but avoid overanalyzing or assuming intentions beyond what is naturally communicated. True confidence lies in recognizing these signs without seeking constant validation from them. Attraction grows not through obsession over signals, but through the authentic presence and self-assuredness you bring into each interaction. Sign 3. Easy and genuine laughter, a window into emotional connection. Laughter is one of the most revealing signs of emotional connection between a man and a woman. It is a universal expression of joy, comfort, and engagement. A woman who laughs easily in your presence, even at your bad jokes, strongly indicates her interest and emotional openness toward you. Unlike forced politeness or obligatory smiles, genuine laughter is unfiltered and spontaneous. It signals that she enjoys your company, feels at ease and allows herself to be present in the moment without hesitation. A woman who isn't comfortable around a man won't laugh freely. She may offer polite smiles or chuckles at socially appropriate moments, but there's a stark difference between obligatory reactions and genuine amusement. Pay attention to the quality of her laughter. Does it come effortlessly, bubbling up in a way that seems natural? Does she laugh at your light-hearted remarks, even when they're not clever? These are strong signs that she's emotionally engaged and relaxed in your presence. Laughter also plays a crucial role in lowering emotional defenses. It bridges, creating an unspoken sense of familiarity and trust. When a woman laughs with you, she's subconsciously signaling that she feels safe and comfortable. This is why humor is often a key factor in attraction. It breaks the tension, allows for shared experiences, and fosters a bond beyond surface-level interaction. However, it's important not to overanalyze or force humor into every interaction. Confidence in your presence and a relaxed attitude will naturally invite genuine laughter. The goal isn't to become a comedian, but to cultivate an atmosphere where joy and playfulness flow naturally. If she enjoys your sense of humor, she's expressing appreciation for who you are. Instead of dissecting every instance of laughter or questioning its significance, recognize it for what it is, a sign of emotional engagement. Enjoy the moment without overthinking it. When laughter comes easily and frequently in your interactions, it strongly indicates that a real connection is forming. Sign 4. Casual touches. Physical touch can be one of the most potent indicators of attraction, often conveying emotions and intentions that words cannot. In human connection, casual touches are a subtle yet significant way for a woman to show interest in a man. These gestures, slightly brushing against you, tapping your arm during a conversation, or playfully bumping into you, are all signs of affection that can communicate much about her feelings without saying a word. One of the most interesting aspects of physical touch in relationships is that women typically reserve it for men with whom they feel comfortable and trusting. Unlike gestures that might be exchanged with acquaintances or friends, casual touches in the context of attraction represent a deeper, more intimate connection. When a woman touches you, it's more than just an accident. It's an intentional act that signifies she feels at ease around you. She silently says, "I enjoy being around you," or "I feel a bond forming." If a woman is comfortable enough to engage in these small physical gestures, it suggests a genuine interest and a desire to establish a deeper connection. However, it's essential to recognize that these touches are not always straightforward invitations for something more intimate. They're often simple ways for women to test the waters, gauge your reactions, and see how you respond to her presence. Women are generally more intuitive when reading nonverbal cues, and these touches are one way for them to know if you're in tune with their emotions. If a woman feels she's receiving positive responses through body language or verbal cues, her touches may become more frequent and noticeable. The key to interpreting these signals is to maintain a sense of stoic awareness. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a woman's touch, but it's important to stay composed and avoid overanalyzing the gesture. Casual touches are often subtle. They're designed to be light and playful, so it's crucial to recognize them as expressions of interest, not as overt sexual invitations or pressure. If you react emotionally, perhaps by becoming too forward or overly excited, it could create discomfort or push her away. Instead, stay grounded in the moment and respond with grace. Take, for instance, when she lightly brushes your arm as she passes by. It may seem like a small gesture, but it's intentional, indicating that she's comfortable with your presence and is testing the waters for a deeper connection. Similarly, When she taps your arm or shoulder while making a point during a conversation, it's a sign that she's engaged, playful, and interested in maintaining the interaction flow. Playfully bumping into you, perhaps as you walk side by side, can also be a way of showing affection and drawing closer to you physically. These touches aren't just casual or random, they carry more profound emotional significance. They represent the first steps in building intimacy and allow both parties to gauge the other's reactions and comfort levels. Women often use these moments to see how you respond to physical proximity, and if you reciprocate the interest in a natural and unforced way, it's a way for her to test the emotional depth of the connection without putting too much pressure on either of you. In many ways, responding to casual touches is about more than just acknowledging them. It's about how you carry yourself in those moments. When she touches you, don't overthink it or immediately jump into trying to interpret every movement. Instead, maintain your calm composure and give her the space to express herself freely. Your response should be natural, nonchalant, and confident. A woman who initiates these touches is likely testing the waters to see if you are emotionally mature and self-assured enough to handle the subtle signals of attraction she's sending your way. Overreacting to a touch, pulling back suddenly, getting too flustered, or trying to turn it into something more can often disrupt the connection flow and lead to discomfort. Instead, simply acknowledge the gesture as part of the relationship's natural progression. Enjoy the moment, but don't rush or force anything. Take each interaction as it comes, allowing the chemistry between you both to build organically over time. A calm, confident approach to these moments will signal that you are emotionally intelligent and can navigate the complexities of attraction without getting overly caught up in them. It's also important to remember that casual touches are a form of communication that works best when reciprocating. If a woman shows you these subtle signs of interest, she's likely hoping you'll meet her halfway by responding in kind. If you're genuinely interested in her, don't be afraid to mirror her touches in a way that feels natural. A light touch on the arm, a gentle nudge when making a joke, or simply matching her body language can help to create a sense of mutual connection and understanding. In summary, casual touches are playful gestures and meaningful expressions of attraction, trust, and emotional connection. They signal that a woman feels comfortable with you, enjoys your company, and wants to draw closer. By recognizing and responding with poise and confidence, you can nurture the bond and allow the relationship to unfold naturally. Remember that the key is to remain aware, composed, and open to the growing connection. Sign 5. Asking personal questions. When a woman begins to ask you deep personal questions, it's a clear sign that she's invested in you and your life. Unlike small talk or casual inquiries, these questions go beyond the surface. They dive into the essence of who you are, your beliefs, passions, and life experiences. She might ask about your childhood, most meaningful life experiences, or what drives you daily. These questions reveal her desire to understand what you do and who you are. Women don't ask these kinds of questions unless they care. It's as simple as that. When she's genuinely curious about your thoughts on important topics, whether it's your perspective on life, love, or even society, she's demonstrating that she values your insight and wants to know what makes you tick. She's not just interested in the trivial details of your life. She wants to know what has shaped you into the man you are today. This interest in your character is a reflection of her emotional investment. She wants to know about your passions and beliefs because these are the things that define your character. She might ask about your career aspirations, the things that keep you awake at night, or the causes you care about most. Through these questions, she learns about your ambitions, sense of purpose, and the depth of your emotional landscape. From a psychological standpoint, these deep questions are a way for a woman to gauge your emotional intelligence and maturity. They show that she's looking for something real, something more profound than just physical attraction. She's testing whether you can have meaningful conversations or open up and share your true self. It's not just about talking for the sake of talking. It's about exploring who you are more intimately. For you, these moments offer an opportunity to reveal your authentic self. When she asks these deep questions, don't shy away or brush them off. Instead, view this as a chance to show her who you are at your core. Answer honestly without pretending to be someone you're not. She's not looking for perfect answers. She's looking for truth. Share your honest thoughts and feelings, even if they're vulnerable. Authenticity is what draws people closer and creates genuine emotional connections. However, it's essential to engage in these conversations without attachment. Don't overthink the questions or try to turn them into a test. Rather than worrying about impressing her with your responses, focus on being present in the conversation and letting it unfold naturally. When you engage without attachment, you allow space for a real connection to form. You're not forcing a specific outcome, but embracing the chance to get to know each other deeper. This exchange of deep, personal questions can also provide insight into how well you align. As you share more about your beliefs and passions, you might discover areas of common ground that strengthen your bond. These conversations aren't just about revealing personal details, they're about creating a space to explore each other's hearts and minds. Through these discussions, you understand each other as individuals and potential partners in a meaningful relationship. In summary, when a woman asks you deep personal questions, she's signaling that she values your character and is invested in getting to know you on a much deeper level. This is a sign of genuine attraction and emotional interest. You can forge a deeper connection and strengthen your relationship with her by embracing these moments with authenticity and a calm, open mindset. The key is to engage honestly, share your true self, and be open to discovering more about each other's inner worlds. Sign 6. Adjusting her appearance. Attraction is rarely expressed in grand, apparent gestures. More often than not, it unfolds in the most minor details, those subtle, instinctive behaviors that reveal far more than words ever could. One of the most telling signs of a woman's interest in a man is how she adjusts her appearance in his presence. It's an unconscious yet profoundly ingrained behavior, a silent cue that she wants to present her best self to someone attractive. If you pay close attention, you'll notice the small ways in which a woman subtly prepares herself when she's around you. She might fix her hair, running her fingers through it as she speaks. Perhaps she adjusts her clothing, straightening a blouse, smoothing out a skirt, or lightly brushing invisible lint from her jacket. Another common focal point is jewelry, twirling a ring, clasping a necklace, or adjusting an earring. And then there are the more nuanced actions, subtly checking her reflection in a nearby window, fixing her posture, or reapplying a bit of lipstick when she thinks you aren't looking. These are not empty habitual gestures. They are rooted in psychology, serving as instinctive ways for a woman to enhance her attractiveness when she feels drawn to someone. Whether or not she's fully aware of it, these actions signal that she values how you perceive her. Women do not go out of their way to refine their appearance for anyone. They reserve these subconscious acts for moments when they feel the presence of someone who captivates their attention. However, recognizing this behavior for what it is does not mean reacting in a way that disrupts the natural flow of attraction. The key to handling these moments is stoic awareness. That means observing her signals, but not overly fixating on them. A genuinely confident man does not feel the need to validate every minor adjustment she makes. He does not call attention to the way she fixes her hair, nor does he shower her with excessive compliments each time she touches up her appearance. Instead, he simply recognizes the behavior for what it is, a quiet indication of attraction, and continues engaging with her as though nothing has changed. This is where many men misstep. When they notice a woman making these subtle adjustments, their first instinct is often to compliment her immediately or overanalyze the moment. While compliments are essential to any flirtatious interaction, they should be used sparingly and meaningfully. If every little change in her appearance is met with validation, it can disrupt the natural push and pull dynamic of attraction. A confident man does not need to reward every minor detail. Instead, he enjoys the interaction for what it is and lets the chemistry develop organically. Consider the scenario of a woman lightly fixing her hair as she talks to you. She might be doing it without thinking, but if you acknowledge it too eagerly, perhaps by saying, "You always play with your hair when I'm around," you risk making her feel self-conscious. Similarly, if she adjusts her clothing and you immediately comment on how good she looks, it can sometimes come across as overcompensating, rather than effortlessly confident. The best response is simple: maintain your presence, stay engaged, and let her adjustments be a quiet acknowledgement of her attraction without needing to call attention to them. At its core, this behavior is about making a good impression. When a woman subtly refines her appearance in your presence, she values how you see her. It's a sign that she cares and wants to be perceived as desirable. By recognizing this signal without overreacting, you position yourself as a man who understands the unspoken dynamics of attraction. You acknowledge the moment, but do not let it dictate your behavior. You remain composed, centered, and engaged in the interaction, allowing the attraction to develop naturally. The secret to maintaining a woman's interest is not reacting to every detail. It's in carrying yourself with the kind of quiet confidence that allows her to express her attraction without pressure or expectation. When she adjusts her appearance in your presence, let it be what it is, a silent but powerful indication that she sees you as someone worth impressing. Sign 7. Nervousness and fidgeting. Attraction is not always expressed through direct words or grand gestures. Sometimes, the most revealing signs of interest come in small, unconscious behaviors, subtle gestures that even the person displaying them may not realize they're communicating. One of the most precise signals of attraction in women is nervousness, often manifesting as fidgeting, shifting weight, adjusting sleeves, or playing with objects like jewelry, a pen, or even the hem of their clothing. These seemingly insignificant movements are deeply rooted in psychology and often occur when a woman finds herself in the presence of a man she admires or feels drawn to. At first glance, nervous behavior might seem counterintuitive. After all, confidence is often associated with attraction, so why would a woman feel uneasy around someone she's interested in? The answer lies in the natural physiological responses of the human body. When a woman is attracted to a man, her nervous system goes into a heightened state of awareness. Her heart rate may increase, her palms may become slightly sweaty, and she might struggle to maintain steady eye contact. In its attempt to regulate these emotions, the brain triggers physical responses, small fidgeting movements that act as outlets for the excess energy generated by excitement and anticipation. This behavior is not limited to women. Men also exhibit similar nervous reactions around those they are attracted to. However, women's expressions of nervousness tend to be more subtle and socially acceptable, making them a reliable indicator of interest if one knows how to recognize them. You might notice a woman shifting her weight from foot to foot when standing near you, running her fingers through her hair, tapping her foot slightly, or adjusting her clothing in a subconscious attempt to present herself in the best possible way. These actions are not about discomfort, but rather excitement and self-consciousness that emerge when she is around someone who captivates her attention. The key to handling a woman's nervousness in your presence is to remain composed. Many men make the mistake of misinterpreting these signs, either assuming she is uninterested or overreacting by pointing them out. The best approach is one of calm confidence, an unshakable presence that allows her to relax and feel at ease. If you notice her fidgeting or playing with her hands, resist the urge to comment on it directly. Instead, maintain steady eye contact, keep your tone warm and reassuring, and allow the conversation to flow naturally. Women admire men who exhibit control over their emotions. When she senses that you are grounded, it gives her a sense of emotional security. Your ability to stay composed reassures her that she can let her guard down and be herself around you. Attraction is not just about physical appearance or charm, it's also about how you make her feel. A man who exudes stability and confidence will always be more attractive than one who is overly reactive or uncertain. It's essential to recognize that nervousness is a positive sign in the proper context. It means she cares about the impression she's making and values the interaction enough to feel a slight sense of pressure. She wouldn't be nervous if she didn't feel any attraction. She would be indifferent, treating the conversation as she would with a friend or acquaintance. As we have seen, the presence of fidgeting or self-conscious movements suggests that she is experiencing an internal dialogue about how you perceive her, a strong indication that she sees you as someone significant. The way you handle these moments will determine the trajectory of the interaction. If you mirror her nervous energy by becoming anxious yourself, it can create an uncomfortable dynamic. Instead, remain steady, offering a reassuring smile and maintaining an open, confident posture. Subtle cues, such as a relaxed stance or a calm voice, signal her that she has nothing to be nervous about. In time, as she senses your unwavering composure, her nervous behaviors will likely subside, replaced by a more comfortable and engaging connection. There's also an element of playfulness that can be used to diffuse nervous energy. Light teasing, delivered in a friendly, confident manner, can help break the tension and make the interaction more natural. For instance, if she keeps adjusting her sleeves or twirling a strand of hair, a simple remark like, "Are you trying to hypnotize me with that hair?" delivered with a playful smile, can turn nervousness into laughter, easing the pressure she feels. The key is to maintain a balance, acknowledging her behavior in a way that makes her feel comfortable, not self-conscious. Ultimately, the presence of nervousness in a woman is a strong indicator that she sees you as someone worth impressing. The best way to respond is not by pointing it out, but by offering her the kind of presence that reassures her and allows her to settle into the interaction. Women are drawn to men who make them feel safe, not just physically but emotionally. When you demonstrate an ability to remain calm and composed in the face of her nervous energy, you provide her with the reassurance she needs to embrace the connection entirely. So, the next time you notice a woman shifting her weight, adjusting her clothes, or playing with her hands in your presence, take it as a compliment. It means she sees you as someone special, and in that moment your confidence and control will not only reassure her, but deepen the attraction she already feels toward you. Attraction isn't always spoken aloud. It's revealed through actions, body language, and subtle cues that speak louder than words. When a woman holds prolonged eye contact, she signals deep interest, a connection beyond casual interaction. Open body language shows comfort and trust, and an unguarded presence welcomes you. Laughter is more than just a reaction to humor. It's an emotional bridge, a sign that she's engaged and invested in the moment. Whether intentional or instinctive, casual touches indicate a growing physical connection, while personal questions reflect genuine curiosity and emotional investment in who you are. Adjustments to her appearance, fixing her hair, straightening her posture, or subtly enhancing her look in your presence are unconscious signals that she wants to impress. Nervousness, slight fidgeting, and occasional hesitation aren't signs of disinterest. It's often the opposite, an involuntary reaction to uncontrollable attraction. Learning to observe rather than seek verbal confirmation is the key to understanding attraction. Words can be filtered, calculated, or spoken out of politeness, but actions reveal the truth. The best approach is to stay grounded, aware, and unshaken by expectations. A Stoic mindset lets you see reality clearly, without idealizing or overanalyzing interactions. Accepting things as they are, rather than as you wish, will prevent unnecessary frustration and help you confidently move forward. Now it's your turn. Have you noticed these signals in your own experiences? What has helped you recognize genuine attraction? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you're interested in more insights on Stoicism, dating, and personal growth, subscribe. There's much more to uncover, and I look forward to exploring these topics with you.